Hello everyone, myself Shobha. In today's session, we will discuss a very common question will be faced by the candidate when the interview process is going on. See, what happened in the interview process now? When the candidate enter into the interview hall and hand over the resume to the interviewer go through with your resume, and at the 2 to 3 minutes, interviewer raise the question, tell me about yourself. At that moment of time, no, so most of the candidate get nervous, tension, sweating, and the mind will be totally blank, and the candidate don't know what to tell and what not to tell. These things happen most of the candidates because the only one reason is without pre-preparation. He will come to the interview for normally without pre-preparation. If you exactly pre-prepared for the interview, these things will not happen. Nervousness and tensions, sweating, this will not happen if you are properly, correctly, thoroughly prepared for the interview. Let's discuss those things, how to overcome from all those negatives. Let's discuss one by one. See, when the interviewer asks, tell me about yourself, first and foremost thing is you should tell about yourself is, that is, talk about yourself. First and foremost aspect you should tell is about yourself. That is two things, your full name or your name and where you belongs to. For example, I am giving myself Shobha Acharya, belong to Bangalore, or I am Shobha Acharya from Bangalore. In two ways you can express. First one will be I am Shobha Acharya belongs Bangalore, or myself Shobha Acharya from Bangalore. There are two ways are there. You can pick up anyone which you feel very easy to express yourself. This is about yourself. The next session is the qualification, about your qualification. The qualification should be in a proper order. That is, the highest qualification should be at the first, after the lowest qualification. That means decreasing order it should go. See, I am giving an example. If you did the master degree, that should be comes in the first. Master degree, after that bachelor degree, then your any diploma courses or any other courses you did know, go in that order. Master degree, bachelor degree, and diploma courses or any other courses. That means highest to the lower level. In that manner you should express your qualification. Here also the two types of candidates are appearing. One will be the fresh candidates, another will be the experienced candidates. If you are a fresh candidate, in that case how you can express about the qualification. See, there are two ways are available here. Two ways are available to express about your qualification. Let me tell how it is. The first one is I have recently done Masters in Commerce from Karnataka University, Dharwad. In this way you can tell, or you can also express I am graduating from Masters in Commerce from Karnataka University, Dharwad. In this way you can tell when you are a fresh candidate. Suppose you are a experienced candidate. In that case you can express in this way. See here, I am post graduated from Masters in Science from Bangalore University. You can say like this, or you can say I am graduated from Masters in Commerce from Bangalore University. You can say in this way. There are two phrases are available for the experienced candidates and also for the fresh candidates. After expressing the qualification, you go through the about your experience. You should express your experience. It also should 2 to 3 sentences, not much more. Should not tell very lengthy about the any topic. It should be in too short. Too short means it will be 2 to 3 sentences should be completed, because it is not a resume. It is about express about yourself. For that reason, every aspect should be in 2 to 3 sentences. That is more than enough. If the thorough information related to will be in the resume, the interviewer go through it. That's why you should tell all these things in 2 to 3 sentences. Then it is about the experience. About, as I told now, about experience also it is in 2 to 3 sentences. Say you can express in this way. I am good enough in computer programming like Java and Tally ERP9. Including that, I have 6 years of experience, work experience. You can say like this. This is enough, more than enough, because it is related to yourself. That's why it is not a resume. If it is a resume, you can thoroughly write it about the experience. But here 2 to 3 sentences you should mention. After that, you should tell about your family. You should mention about your family. See, most of the candidates made the big mistake here only. They skip this part. They didn't express this part. They are not expressing about their family. If you skip in this part, no, I mean to say, if you are not telling about your family, you are not expressing about your family, interviewer definitely ask after this completion of this session, he will raise another question. That is, tell me about your family. At that time, you should again express your family. Better to avoid those things. Just tell 1 or 2 sentences about your family in this session only. It will be very comfortable to the candidates. Definitely, it will be very comfortable for the candidates to avoid another question will be raised by the interviewer. See, about your family you can express. You can tell or you can express in this way. That is the first thing is, speaking about my family, you can tell like this. Speaking about my family, we have 4 siblings. I am the elder one, including my mom and dad. You can say like this, or you can also say, for my family background concern, we have 4 siblings. I am the elder one, including my mom and dad. You can use any sentence which you feel very easy to express. This is about family. That's over. Then move with the hobbies. How to express the hobbies? See, some candidates have too many hobbies, liking music, playing cricket, reading books, watching TV, so many hobbies. But here also you should mention two or three your major hobbies, your favorite hobbies. In that case, you can express, I have couple of hobbies. You can say like this, I have couple of hobbies. In this case, you should mention only 2 hobbies because you use the word couple. Because of that reason, you should mention only 2 hobbies. That is, you can express like this, I have couple of hobbies, that I am watching music and fond of watching TV. You can say like this, or watching movies. You can say like this. Or if I mention about my hobbies, I am fond of music and playing cricket, volleyball, etc. Whatever you can say, your favorite game. This is the very important aspect in the session. After completion of all these things, you should completed the session by ending up one sentence that, that's all me about sir. That's all me about sir. This is the last sentence you should mention, because the session will be completed. All these things should be completed within 3 to 4 minutes. Please bear in mind, 3 to 4 minutes, maximum 4 or 5. It's more than enough. 5 minutes also it's a lengthier. 4 minutes you should complete it. So, not too lengthy, not too shortly. To the point you should talk. See, including all those things, there are certain aspects also there. Certain also things you should keep in mind while expressing about yourself. That the first thing is, you should avoid sir or madam in between the sentence. That is, I am telling how it is. So most of the candidates, they have the habit that telling sir or madam in between the sentence, or again and again they are telling. See, I will show how it is. Interviewer asks, tell me about yourself. The candidates start, go on telling, sir, myself Shobha and I belong to Bangalore. Sir, my hobbies are, sir, my qualification is, sir, my family background belong to, sir, my experience related to this company, sir, I am good enough in. They are go on telling sir in between the sentence. Sir or madam. Please try to avoid these words, sir or madam. If you want to use in only 2 times, at the beginning of the session and at the end of the session you use. If you want to use, better you avoid these words. No, it will be very good for the interview process. So I am telling, please avoid. I am strictly telling, please avoid sir or madam in between the sentence, because it is irritating and awkward in the situation, in the interview process or the interview occasion. Better to avoid sir or madam in between the sentence. This is the first one you should keep in mind in the interview process. Second one is, skip your name. Skip, I am telling, skip your name. When the question is arise, see, skip your name. When I am telling, see, if the interviewer asks, Shobha, tell me about yourself. In that case, you should skip your name, because in the question only your name will be there. The interviewer mention your name in the question only. For that reason, you should skip your name. If the interviewer asks, Shobha, tell me about yourself. In that case, please skip your name, because he already know about your name. No, because of that reason, skip the name when the interviewer asks, Shobha, tell me about yourself. This is the second point you should keep in mind. After that, proper body languages. You should maintain the proper body languages. Body language means that maybe your hand movements, or maybe your finger movements, maybe your facial expressions, that is eye contact, or maybe your shoulder movements. All these things should keep in mind. Should not be awkward, or should not be overact. You should not overact in expressing about yourself. For example, if you are facing the interview, your eye contact should be on the interviewer only. For example, think that I am a candidate, exactly in front of me the interviewer is sitting. In that case, my eye contact should be on the interviewer. I should not focus on this side or that side. It should be on the interviewer only. That is the proper eye contact. Why it is? Because it will increase your personality value. Automatically increase your personality value. That will help you. That is a plus point for the interview. That is a plus point for the interview process, and also for the candidates. For that reason, proper body language or the facial expression is very essential for the candidate, for giving the best result for the candidates. Then next will be decent appearance. It's also very important. Decent appearance, that is dressing manners. See, so there are some professions are there. For example, teaching profession. In case of a teaching profession, you are facing an interview. In that case, you better to wear sari or the salwar. It will give the pleasant appearance, decent appearance, and it will be the very good for the candidates, increasing his personality value, and also it is a plus point for the candidates. Then some of this, like a teaching profession and some other profession, need particular appearance, a proper dress code. We can say the proper dress code is very essential for the certain professions like teaching and all those things. In other professions, like if you go for a company interview, you can wear any formal dresses which you feel very comfort in the interview process. This is about the today's topic. Hope you understand the concept. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and try to share it to those persons or those candidates nearby days if they are facing the interview. I think it may helpful for them. And today's session this much only. Thanks for watching. Meet you in the next video.